Hey, what's up, guys? You're here with Goran from Pickdawgz, and thank you for joining me here this time for your free picks for Wednesday, January 10th. I gotta say, guys, we had a pretty crappy Tuesday. We had only two picks going on. We lost both of those. I'm not even shocked by Fiorentina and Bologna. That was always supposed to be a hard matchup, and it was supposed to be a tight game as it was. But Middlesbrough versus Chelsea in the EFL Cup, Chelsea ended up losing that game 1-0. They missed a ton of chances, and I don't know, like they looked absolutely amazing before the game over the last couple of weeks. They scored a bunch of goals, they won a bunch of games, they were looking like a new team, and then not being able to score a goal against Middlesbrough, even though you're playing on the road, I honestly have no words. So it was a very, very disappointing game from them, very, very disappointing performance. And honestly, I was shocked that they were not able to score a goal. Nothing we can do about it now anymore. We have to move on, guys, and we are moving on to Wednesday, where we have some Spanish Super Cup matchup. We have that big Madrid derby between Real Madrid and Atletico. We have Derby della Capitale in Coppa Italia, which means Lazio and Roma are facing off. We have that Northern Italy derby between Milan and Atalanta as well. And of course, we have that EFL Cup matchup between Liverpool and Fulham on Wednesday as well. For my best bets, click the link in the description of this video. That will get you up to my page on the Pick Dawgz website where you can sign up and get one of those passes I have, whether you want a daily pass, 3-day pass, 7-day pass, or even a month-long pass if that's something you want to do. Like I said, guys, we have an interesting day ahead of us, so let's get this show on the road. Liverpool is hosting Fulham. That's the semifinals of the Carabao Cup. As we can see, Liverpool is a pretty heavy favorite. They haven't lost any of their last six games. They haven't lost any of their last 23 home games, and they are now on a nice three-game winning streak. They're playing pretty well. They're coming off of a beating Arsenal in the FA Cup. Before that, they have beaten Newcastle and Burnley as well. Sure, they will be without Mo Salah for this game. Trent Alexander-Arnold is also out for the next couple of weeks or so. They do still have a few other injured players, which definitely could be a problem for them because they are playing a lot of games. They need as much as depth as they can get. I see that Endo is out. I think he went to play for Japan on the Asian Games. Thiago still injured. Andy Robertson as well. Matip as well. Van Dijk should be in the lineup for this game, and I think that Soboslai is pretty likely to be in the lineup as well. Fulham on the other side was in a bit of a slump. They are now on a two-game winning streak. Both of those games were at home. They still have a lot of injuries as well, and I honestly think that they have a decent chance of getting on the scoreboard here. I'm not gonna take them to score or anything like that. I'm gonna avoid goals as well. Uh, I'm gonna take Jimenez to get over zero point 0.5 shots on target at minus 110 in this one. He is their leading striker. He has been playing pretty well over the last couple of weeks as well, and I think he will be in the starting lineup here once again. I think that Fulham can do enough to get a couple of shots on goal, probably even more than that, and I think that Jimenez will get at least one of the shots on target. So Liverpool versus Fulham. I'm taking Jimenez over zero point 0.5 shots on target at minus 110. Now we are moving on to the Spanish Super Cup, guys. This is being played in Saudi Arabia. We have semi-final matchups, and then we have the finals. And the first of the semi-final matchups is between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. This is just one of the three Madrid derbies we are gonna have over the next 3 weeks or so. And I think this one should be a very good one. Real Madrid hasn't lost any of their last 19 games. They are on a five-game winning streak. They are scoring goals. They are also keeping a few clean sheets along the way as well. While Atletico Madrid on the other side has been a little bit all over the place. Sure, they beat Lugo in Copa del Rey, but Lugo is a low-level division team. They have beaten them 3-1. While before that, they ended up losing 4-3 to Girona on the road, and that was a very tough loss for them. But this is going to be a different matchup. First of all, like I said, it's being played at a neutral venue. It is a single leg matchup. And I think we're gonna see at least a goal on each side in this one. So Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid, both teams to score at minus 148. Of course, the cards might be a very uh, appealing market for this game as well. Usually we see a bunch of cards in this Madrid derby. We usually see a red card as well. So if you have a half a unit or something like that to spare, put it on a red card to be awarded in this game, and I think we might see one. Personally, I'm taking both teams to score at minus 148. Off to the Italian Cup or Coppa Italia, as they call it. Like I said, Derby della Capitale, guys. Lazio versus Roma, a very interesting matchup. It's also being played as a single leg, which means that there's potentially a chance for overtime and penalty shootout. But both teams are playing pretty well right now. Lazio was able to string 3 wins together. They have scored 7 goals during that streak. They have kept only one clean sheet, and that was against Empoli. And I'm honestly not sure they can do it here against Roma because Roma has been in a very good competitive form as well. They have lost 2 of their last 6 games. They're coming off of a 1-1 draw against Atalanta, but playing on the same stadium means that there's no home field advantage. Lazio, in this case, might have a little bit more fans on the stands because they get more tickets to sell out because technically they are the home team. But I'm sure that Roma will have a lot of support from the fans as well. We haven't seen both teams to score hitting in this game in the last 4 matchups. It hasn't hit in 5 of their last 6 games. But I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be an intense one. And we have seen over 5.5 cards in the last 5 or 6 games. And I wouldn't be surprised to see it here as well. But since this is a single leg matchup, and if Tuesday is has taught us anything, it's that we have to be careful with this cup game. So I'm gonna take first half draw at minus 112. And then whatever happens in the second half, hopefully we see some goals in the second half. But I'm gonna tread it carefully, guys, and I'm gonna take first half draw at minus 112. And the last pick of this video, guys, we have Milan playing against Atalanta. That's that Northern Italy derby. Two teams that are very close to each other, just maybe half an hour of a drive or something like that. I've seen both of their stadiums personally, and I think this is going to be a great matchup because we have two teams in a pretty good form. Milan undefeated in their last 6 games. Atalanta has only one loss in their last 6 games. They have actually 4 wins and a draw alongside that. And on top of that, they have scored at least a goal in each of their last. In 5 of their last 6 games, and the only time they haven't scored a goal was against Bologna, but Milan kept a clean sheet against Empoli. I honestly don't think they can do it here as well. I do expect a little bit of a shuffled lineup for both teams, but this is big enough of a matchup for both teams to take this game seriously. It is a semifinal of Coppa Italia. Actually, it's a quarterfinal, my apologies. But it's a single leg matchup, which means that once again, there's potentially a chance for overtime and a penalty shootout. But however I slice this one, guys, I see at least a goal on each side. So I'm taking both teams to score in this one at minus 139. Hopefully we see some good chances. Hopefully we see some great and competitive football, and hopefully we see some goals as well. So Milan versus Atalanta, both teams to score at minus 139. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me here for your free picks for Wednesday. On Thursday, there's not much going on. We have that Barcelona versus Osasuna, the second semifinal of the Spanish Super Cup, and another Coppa Italia matchup. But apart from that, nothing else. And then we are warming up on Friday with some EPL games, some La Liga games. We have Bundesliga back as well with that interesting matchup between Bayern and Hoffenheim. So I can't wait for that, guys, and I can't wait for the weekend. It's gonna be a busy one. So stay tuned, guys. Good luck with all of your bets, and I hope you have a great Wednesday.